Mm. All right. What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning to everyone. Appreciate everybody who's got up already early. A lot of y'all that's actually probably everybody that's in here right now was just up with me not too long ago, a few hours ago. Back up, ready to get it just like me. Be honest with y'all, I ain't go to sleep till like 6:30 probably. Got back up at 9. I ain't had no sleep. But yeah, everybody come in, go ahead and smash the like button as you're coming in. We're going to give it another minute. Then we're going to start just diving right on in. It's up to you, DeMarcus, Sales, Support, Steve. Hey, we had a funny ass live yesterday. Last night after I was out, it was funny as hell. Man, we're gonna have a good one this morning as well. How come you ain't? Because I haven't really looked at it. And I already had my topics and stuff for tonight. But perhaps I can add it in for tomorrow's show. Because I really, to be honest with you, I'm still not too familiar with what was said. When he was apologizing and all that. You said he apologized and stuff like that, but I'm not too familiar with it. DeMarcus, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know who Samantha Boscarino is. Maybe I gotta look at her face to figure out who it is. Yeah. Of course, after hours is tonight. After hours is gonna be every day. At least every weekday for sure. I'm not exactly sure on weekends yet. For sure every weekday. But anyways, though, let me go ahead and get ready to start to dive on in these topics. So, as y'all can see, the first one, we have Myron Gaines. Those of y'all that's not familiar who Myron Gaines is, he's a former federal agent, but he really started taking the internet by storm when he and his co-founder, I don't know first his real name. But anyway, we know him as Fresh. And they started their podcast, better known as Fresh and Fit. And Myron Gaines is known for his red pill style of thinking. Basically their philosophy that guys should basically they have this strong take on that. Guys shouldn't be simping out for women. That women needs to earn their way into certain spaces that we just naturally give them that they're not worthy of. And he's also known for a bestseller book known as Why Women Deserve Less. I got that correct? So he's been hitting the headlines a lot lately because he had a breakup with his girlfriend. And there's been a lot of talk. A lot of people saying he ain't who he say he is. So we're going to dive into that. Then we also have Amanda Seles, better known for her TV personality. And, she's on a few shows. I would say more popular for me that I really got to know her. Insecure. I actually met her in person. To me, she was a dope woman. She was cool and stuff like that. When I met her, she has this little sit down where basically she's meeting a bunch of black conservatives about their ideology and takes on being a conservative. And most of them are, I think, have more of a Republican state of mind, and she's debated now. So So interesting. Then we have the legendary ultimate simp of simps, Yada Awakening, with his crazy takes. Ladies, y'all might not like some of the stuff I have to say about him, but I gotta say it. The dude is a super simp. I'm gonna say what y'all say. No in the hell a man's gonna be acting and listen to the bullshit. Ladies, he gonna set y'all up for failure, but we're gonna dig deeper into that later. Then, of course, last but not least, we're gonna touch on the young Dolph trial. Legendary, iconic rapper, better, birth name was Dolph Thornton Jr., who was fatally killed in 2021. As we know, he has an ongoing trial that has been going on in my great city where I was born and raised in, of Memphis, Tennessee. So we're gonna dive into a little bit of that, of what was going on, and some of the things that was said during that trial. So those are our topics for today. So first and foremost, like I said, let's go ahead into the first one, which is our boy Myron game. Like I said, he's best known for his their explosive podcast, the First to Fit podcast. For me, like I said, I'm not a red pill guy, but I must say I do resonate with a lot of his takes. A lot of the things he says is absolutely the truth, regardless of how a lot of people may feel about it. I mean, of course, I would say more so is the way he delivers. You know, they don't like how aggressive he be with some of the things. Kind of similar to the Kevin Samuels type of thing. But ladies, after hearing some of this news that's going down, this might be something that you guys might love to hear, because it could be a potential knockdown for your boy Myron game, because apparently him and his girlfriend, Angie, they had a breakup. And he said the breakup isn't what a lot of people's out there putting, but I'm just going to share the video on what they you're going to kind of get his point of view on it, of what he said went down. And then also the guy who's shout out to O'Shea Duke, he's the one's video I'm going to be taking a look at, and I'll go ahead and give my takes and reactions to this. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, stuff not looking too good for you.
Again, this was the same guy telling everybody on podcasts how much money he had, how successful he was, how many properties he has. And then at the same time, he's able to do X, Y, and Z with different women. He can go out, he can basically get any kind of woman that he wants. She has to stay faithful while he gets to do whatever he wants. She packs his condoms on the way out, basically making it look like he had all the power and she did in the relationship. And this is something that I find out a lot of guys do when they have money. Like, hey, I'm able to do this in the relationship, and because it's me, you're unable to do this in the relationship. This is typically what always happens. All right, I want to go back and talk about how Myron tried to cover this up the other day on Fresh and Fit podcast.
When it comes to this situation right now, with us not being together, it's not her, bro. It's on me. Like, and I got to take responsibility. She's been patient waiting for a family, bro. And she's like 27. So who the f*** I to tell her, nah, keep waiting as I build this empire?
He's saying the ex-girlfriend Angelica wanted to start a family, all right? And she was 27. So basically he was real with her, doesn't want to start a family, all of that. That's what he's saying. But you said that this is the best girlfriend you've ever had, right? Like, this is the lady that you've never seen anybody like her. She's definitely different. You're willing to take care of her. You're put this lady, basically he's saying, listen, she got the, she's going out, She's going out paying my bills. She's looking at my flights, ordering my flights. She's managing my properties. So she's doing the stuff that a wife is doing anyway. So then why don't you want to get a family with her? I mean, you got her raising your dogs. I mean, if everything was a power dynamic, it'll be the same. She would still be there. She would still allow you to basically deal with other girls. So what is the problem? Okay. What is the problem? What will be the issue? But wait, there's more.
All right, whatever, bro.
So the whole premise was, oh, bro, Myron left him for another guy.
Yeah.
Well, if you've broken up months before, I mean, she's single.
Yeah.
So quite frankly,
I even ask her about it, like, because I don't care, because it's not my business, bro. So, so when people say this stuff, it's just like, I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, on this part, he like, look, she's single. It's not my business. I don't really care, and all of that, right? So let me deal with this, because this is important. Number one, the older that I've gotten, a lot of folks think that basically I have a girlfriend. A lot of folks think because I got money, I'm known. And you know, content creators like Myron, they believe like they're really the truth because they got a big fan base and they make drama content all day, disrespecting everybody. So you think that a woman is infatuated with that. And indeed, at first, a woman could be infatuated with that. At first, until she gets to know your ass for who you are. That's the difference.
Okay, I don't want to go too much with this, to be honest with you. But I was trying to give y'all a little bit of an idea of what's going on with it. And this nigga kind of doing too much talking. But basically, the girlfriend broke up. I'm going to go ahead and fill in a lot of the story for y'all. What's good, Dale? I ain't seen you in a little minute. What's up, Hezzy? So basically, the man's girlfriend broke up with him. And it seemed they seen her on the, out in the streets with some guy that looks like a regular guy. Like, it doesn't even look like he's what they would call quote unquote high value man. And she was out there skating, holding hands with him and stuff like that. And according to Myron, they've been broke up during that time. So he was like, it doesn't really matter what she do. She has to keep moving on. According to Myron, as you just heard, they broke up because, he basically had way too much on his table and all the stuff that she was doing for him. She wanted a family and he couldn't give that to her. So basically, according to Myron, it was more so of a mutual breakup. But like he always says, there's no such thing as mutual. Somebody initiated the breakup. So I guess in this case, she initiated the breakup. He was like he couldn't hold her longer because, who is he to tell her she can't go nowhere? And, she's already 27 and, women has a time clock because, women only can maximize their, value. According to what he says, they only can maximize their value for a certain amount of time. So if she truly wants to attach herself to the best man, have children, and be married, she has to go ahead and do it now because she's 27. So, if she wait another 5 years until she hit her 30s, and then let's just say something was to happen that Myron still doesn't marry her. Now she done wasted all those years, and now she can't get those valuable years back. And she has to go and look for another man. But here's the thing. They said that she was caught with that guy that I was talking about, which is a regular guy that was skating with her. They holding hands, looking all booed up and stuff like that. And I think they said that was back in May. But we also seen in May a video of Myron talking about her, saying, he can't, he basically they implying that he missed her or something like that. So it seems as if he's not telling the 100% truth. And he don't want to admit to his audience that he's a little bit hurt by it. Like she caught him a little by surprise. He thought he, like O'Shea was just saying, he thought he held all the power. But she was like, bruh, this ain't it. And she went with another guy behind his back. And now he's trying to deal with it. But, he can't admit to his audience, dang, I got played. She broke up with me and I didn't see it coming. Because that just wouldn't look good for his image with the type of guy he is. The messages that he's been teaching and preaching to his fan base. So he has to spin the narrative to keep that story from, coming out. Like me personally, I don't know what the full truth is, but I'm just reporting what it is. But here's my opinion on the matter. Basically, I think it's a such thing as being a little too cocky and too hard on women. Like, I think you can't be too soft on them because they will run you over. Especially the modern day women today, they will run your ass over if they see that they can. That is the truth. So he's 100% correct when it comes to that. But according to him, he goes out, he sees other women and stuff like that, which I don't think, if the woman is okay with that, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think the part that where he was losing at is this dude said he don't spend that much time with her. He's repeatedly said that, outside of their sexual market, women are useless. Basically, that he doesn't even live among the same house as her. Basically, he housed her in a certain place and he lives somewhere else because he don't want to be basically filled in with feminine energy that could affect what he's doing. So like that's kind of crazy. Like I don't think I could see myself, if it's a woman that I'm like, this is my girl that I'm damn near, thinking of marriage with, but I want to live in a different place from her just because that's my preference. Like that shit is kind of crazy. So I definitely don't agree with him on that. And then another thing, he be real hard on our sisters. Like the nigga be real hard. He's repeatedly talked about how the black woman is the least desired and things like that. And to a degree, I could get what he's coming from because I'm just going to keep it above. Our sisters do be having these attitudes and a sense of entitlement and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, black women is the top tier. I mean, we got to hold them accountable and stuff like that, but it's just a way that you can do it. Like, to me, I think Kevin's way of doing it was much stronger than Myron's way. And this is no knock against Myron, because I think dude's a very intelligent individual. But yeah, he's going out bad, and it's not looking very good for him right now. Like, he could be very much telling the truth. I don't know, because one thing about these YouTube streets for sure, when people smell blood, whether it's the truth or not, they're gonna spin their own narratives to try to, get their channel on the map. So they could be just, clout chasing and just making up stuff to try to make them look bad. But that's just my 2 cents on it. What's crazy is the more women flirt with you, the more your girl stays. That is true. And that's something that Myron says. Women, this is the truth. Women it's like they don't want you to cheat on them, but at the same time, they like to know that their man is capable of pulling another woman at any given time. So if they're in between like that, they're more likely to stay because they want to be attached to somebody that they know other people desires, like other women desires, but they can't have. You know what I'm saying? What you think about Paul Pierce and Azar podcast? So I haven't seen too much of that, bro, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm not too familiar with it. I've seen some of his takes and stuff like that. I know something about, he said something about a woman after 30 is cooked. I think I remember seeing him say something like that, but I can't say I'm too familiar with what they be doing over there, so I can't really speak. Fresh and fit equals trash and shit. Well, I'm not gonna trash the podcast. I must say, like I said, I do think they do good things over there. I'm not gonna just throw the whole thing away. But another thing that I'll say before moving on to the next topic is one thing for sure is I do think a lot of the red pill space, particularly in the fresh and fit space, a lot of them did not get girls growing up. Because you can tell, like, how certain ones try to be over aggressive for no reason. Like, they just look for a reason to try to attack the women when they be on the podcast some of the time. Like, this is how I see it. I'm gonna only talk about the top 3 of the podcast. You got Myron, you got Fresh, then you got Chris, right? Myron may have gotten, just from what me seeing what's going on and stuff like that when I do watch the podcast some of the times. Myron looked like he may have gotten some girls here and there. You know, he got some height, he's some shape and stuff like that. And he's pretty knowledgeable. He may have gotten something like that, but I don't think he was like rolling. And he was a former athlete. So Myron probably actually did, you know, get some attention and stuff. But this nigga Fresh and Chris, more so Chris, you can tell by some of the stuff he be doing, just attacking them out of nowhere. He was a lame. I think he was a fat, lame ass dude that so happened to be getting girls now because, you know, he's on a very viral and popular podcast. So now he thinks, you know, he can attack women and just say all this stuff that he be saying because, you know, kind of like on some Mike Jones shit. Back then they didn't want me, now they all want me type of stuff. So that's my opinion, and I think a lot of people in that red pill space that is true. It's a bunch of niggas that now got money that's trashing women to make money. Now some of them I actually believe, and then the craziest part is a lot of them don't be following what they preach. Because, like, for instance, they be another one that's popular in the red pill space. What's his name? I don't know his name, but I know his podcast name is No Fugazi or something like that. You know, one of the things that's popular in the red pill space, they be saying no single mother, right? Yet this dude is dating a single mother. I ain't trying to make excuses for why it's okay for him to do it, but you don't specify. Now, and then, you know, he's moving the goalpost saying, oh, it's certain exceptions and stuff like that. My opinion, real quick on the single mother thing, and then we'll move on to the next topic. I do think a lot of single mothers sometimes are very entitled. Like, the real truth is you're not going to have the same value as a single mother. That's just the truth. I mean, as a mother a woman without a child. A man can pick, let's say y'all got the same personality. Y'all both are sweet, nice girls. You both, you know, got your head on straight. You're down with following your man and stuff like that. You're respectful, all of that. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, the man's gonna go with the woman without a child. So that means you gotta work harder a little bit to be able to support. Let's say if you want what they call quote unquote high value man, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder than the ones without a child. Why? Because he has to work a little harder. It's fake. I mean, it's fair. Because if he has to feed an extra mouth, then, I mean, you should go a little extra mile to make sure, you know, he feels secure. And but let's be real, most mothers are going to choose their child first over the man. That's just the truth. I don't really want to talk too many off-topic topics like that right now, Tails. But to answer your question, I do mess with Mark Garten. Absolutely, I would collab with them, but more than likely, those big channels. I'm looking to do that. I haven't even been in collab with them. Yeah, fair is fair, exactly. Hence the double standards of men/women. Well, with the multiple partner situation, I got to keep it above, but I think it should be. I do think it should be, covered with among whoever the couple is. But under no circumstance should women have multiple partners. I'm sorry. Why? Because biology tells you in so many different ways. If you have sex with multiple partners, especially unprotected, you're gonna be with child and not know who the father is. Yeah, we have DNA testing and stuff like that now, but let's be real. You weren't made to. Men have millions upon millions of seeds that we produce. So by biology, it tells you that men supposed to go out there and be fruitful. It even says that somewhere in the Bible. But I don't think that gives you the authority to tell your woman, no, you're not doing this, I'm gonna do that. You know, I think, you should just find you a woman that's okay with whatever it is you got. I just think multiple partners equals, well, of course you got to be safe. Like I say, everybody's not meant to be with just one person. It just don't work for everybody. But I think if you know that you're that type and you want to have it, you should be honest with whoever it is you're with. The rules to it is, I agree with what Kevin used to always say. The rules to that is no, don't bring home no diseases and no outside children. So basically, no having no children out of wedlock, bringing on another child. You got to be safe and responsible. If you were single, would you go on the Papa Malone time? I don't know, bro. It's not really something I thought about. You know what? It probably be funny as hell. I may would roast them. If anybody tried to come at me crazy, roast their ass or something like that. Yeah, that'd be funny. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic. So next on that line, we have, oh shit, that ain't it. Oh. That's great. Yeah, we're going to move ahead to the next topic. And that is your girl, Amanda Silas. So, as I was saying earlier, your girl, Amanda Silas, was at a sit down where she basically was having multiple debates with Black conservatives. So, I pretty much picked out what I thought was the best one of the debates, at least among the ones that I saw. And I also like the fact that at the end that she was able to agree with this guy. At the end, they agreed on something, and it's something very important in this, in my opinion, that needs to be pointed out to our community, because we've been foolishly thinking certain things for quite a while, and we just need to, we just need to get away from it. But I'm gonna share the video, and then we'll do the reaction to it. We need to get you to streamer universe. Hey, that's Kai Cenat shit, right? It would be mad entertaining, I guess. But anyway, let me go ahead and share this video. Oh, ain't that? I should have checked that before I tried. So I'm gonna have to do it a different way. Give me a second. They trying to say it's non-supported. Goddamn scream, y'all. Apologize for the technical difficulties that they putting on me right now. You know, I'm some mad hate. All right. So here is the video.
So you're suggesting that it was okay for slaves' bodies to not only be used for labor, but also used to empower those who are harming them to be fairly represented in government?
I think it's absolutely, they should have been used, period.
Okay, so then we agree.
First off, though, this a little bit off topic. This nigga mustache look like he's straight from a different time zone. I don't know why that nigga came up there looking like that. But anyway, I just had to put that out.
Yeah, so we agree on that.
It was absolutely abhorrent. There's no excuse for it. There's no justification for it.
Where's the argument? Because ultimately, when there was an opportunity in Reconstruction for there to be equality and humans considered in a real way and protected,
Democrats torched it. Andrew Johnson.
Yes, as well as the Supreme Court. That's actually...
See, this right here is what's important to me. The reason why I resonated with this video. The part where they're talking about Andrew Johnson. It is so many people that believe Andrew Johnson did great things for Black people, when that is absolutely not true. Andrew Johnson is the reason why a lot of us, majority of us as Black people, believe in this liberal mindset right now and keeps voting Democrats, regardless of the BS they be putting us through year after year, year after year. But I love how they ended with this video. Go ahead and let it finish, then I'll go ahead and give my full reaction.
More important, what we have to acknowledge. The Supreme Court torched it. The Supreme Court has actively, throughout this entire existence of this nation, been at the forefront of impeding any advancement, and it ends up sending us back over and over and over again because it doesn't have term limits, because it doesn't have term limits. You know, it's not elected, it's appointed, and ultimately they have made it abundantly clear that they pick and choose when it's the states that are going to have rights and when they're going to be in a federal position of precedence.
Well, that has to do with the supremacy clause. So the supremacy clause is when a federal law is in conflict with state's law. The federal law over, for example, in California, weed is legal, right? But but federally it's not. So they can come down here and they could say, hey, we're going to raid all these places, and they would be completely in line with the law.
So this is how segregation and discrimination ended up existing even after the civil rights laws of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment were passed, because Congress said we need to protect Black people, and the Supreme Court said we actually are not going to give you the right to do so. For what it's worth, I think we can do this back and forth all day, but at the end of the day, I will completely agree with you. Black people need to let the Democrats go. I think Black people need to let both of these parties go and figure out a way to move forward together in our own nation.
You know what?
There you have it. See, that's the part that I was waiting to get to. That's the truth. We are so fixated on thinking that the Democrats is the party that we just stick to, and no matter what, Trump is bad and everything like that. No matter who running on the Republican side. They the racists, they the evil people. And actually, the Republicans, the Democrats, they're really messed up, evil individuals as well. Like, I can go on and on about some of the evil that they did and are still doing. So the real truth, I'm glad Amanda was able, and this brother right here was able to agree upon that both of them need to be let go. We need to be coming up with our own thought process and coming up with our own political views and party to represent us, because the truth is neither one is favorable for us. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Damn sure the Democrats ain't. And they've been fooling us through Andrew Johnson and the Supreme Court, with both of them together as accomplices, to have us constantly thinking they're the ones that's there for us. And it's just a lie, people. It's literally a lie. A lot of people come along to get along just to fit in. People are easily influenced by society. That is true. Neither party is for us. It's all the same. Exactly, Mike. Do you believe that a man could be a house husband if he was faithful? loyal, and handling business? That's a good question, DeMarcus. So for me, I would say it's not ideal. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, it's possible. But it's not ideal for a multitude of reasons. Because for one thing, men, we're just biologically, our bodies are just built to be, workers and stuff like that. Like that's what we were put on the planet to do, to lead, stuff like that. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And we have some exceptions to the rule, remarkable women who are able to, obtain resources and stuff like that. They may, oversee the man that she's with. But here's the problem, where the problem lies. In order for that to work, the woman would have to be able to turn the switch like that. Like, yeah, in the work field, you gotta go hard and stuff like that, tap into your masculine energy a little bit. But when you come home, you gotta still realize that although you're making more money, he's still a man. That don't mean you can walk over him, talk to him any kind of way because you make more money than him. Because the truth is, he's still the protector. You can have a multi-million-dollar house with a bunch of luxury, jewelry, whatever up in the house. And if a robber was to bust in, to come and rob you, you're going to expect that man that you feel like is lesser to protect you. And if that's your husband, that's what he's supposed to do. But see, you gotta respect that. So it's all gonna come down to the respect level of the woman. If the woman can respect the man still, but still make more money than him, then it could work. But the problem is, I would say at a 90% rate, most women can't. Most of them are gonna look at you as less than. They're gonna look down on you. They're gonna eventually say, "Oh, when they get mad at you, the truth is gonna come out. Oh, you broke. You need to get your broke ass. No, I'm the one paying out there. You ain't doing that. You ain't no real man. You all kinds of stuff like that." So for me, like I said, it's not ideal, but it can work. But it all comes down to a mutual respect and communication among men. I think the Republican Party became mostly white when JFK / Lyndon Johnson transition. I don't know about that. I'll lose my mind being in that. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'll say that. Because I don't had a small part where years ago where I lost a significant amount of money, and at that time my girl at the time was actually making more money than I was. And it was not a nice thing to say that. And that's something that I'll never love to put myself in that position again. Because they're gonna treat you like shit, bro. Most of them. There could be a house husband and make content. So you're talking about being a house dude, a house husband that actually makes more money than his woman. Explain a little bit more what you mean by that. Why do women don't want protection? Well, to a degree they don't. You mean they don't want? The thing is that the thing that I think a lot of them don't realize is that you're only able to do some of the stuff that you're doing because of me. Like, that's the truth. We didn't have the military. We didn't have the police. We didn't just have good men in general that will protect you if the evil men were to.
Ready to go.
Gotcha. Okay. That was my mom, people. But what was my last thought? Basically, yeah, if it wasn't for the military and stuff like that, you wouldn't be able to, hold on to some of the stuff that you're holding on to. You're only enjoying it because of men are actually protecting you to enjoy what you're enjoying. The truth is, you still, to a degree, need men. So you're talking about a retired husband, but the woman is still working. That women value their partner, even when they don't. Trust his judgment, respect his vows. So anyway, let me go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is we got the ultimate simp. Now, this nigga right here. Hold up. Where's the ultimate simp? I'm looking for him. He out here hiding. That's simp. There you go. It's sensational. I don't even like using the terminology simp too much like that. But with this nigga, he the true definition. I'm sorry. So I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with this nigga right here. Y'all that awakening. Because this nigga is the ultimate, like basically his thought process and his talking points is he's telling women, go out there and date all the men. Don't have sex with them, but date all of them and may the best man win. Now, I'm not totally against that. I do think women should place themselves with the best man. But it's how he's telling them to go about it. And the problem here is he's leading them astray with a lot of these ignorant thought process that he's putting out there. And I'm pretty sure he's intelligent of a man to know that he's setting them up for failure. But he don't care because it's profitable for him. And he's almost like Dr. Umar to a degree, but he's worse than Dr. Umar. He's not scamming people out of money, but he's messing the women's head up with some of this bullshit that he's putting out. But I'm gonna go ahead and share the video of this nigga and the bullshit he was saying. Like I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I don't know, StreamYard out here bullshitting today. Give me a second to go ahead and get this video out. People misconstrue what a house husband is. A house husband is not always or a negative term. I agree with you on that, DeMarcus. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. More than likely, that's what the case be. All right, so go ahead and get. There we go. ultimate simp people. Yarder Awakener. Let's go ahead and hear what he had to say.
If he's been paying for your hair, your nails, your massages, your lashes, your clothes, he's a bum. A real man knows my woman might be able to do these things for herself. But it makes me feel happy to see her looking good. And if a man approaches her and says, I like your hair, well, my man did that for me. Or your clothes look good on you, my man did that for me. A lot of you bums want to lay next to a woman, want to cook for you, spend time in her house, make love to her body, yet you don't want to take care of that woman. You men are immature. And that train of thought allows a woman to know you're still a boy in training, still learning how to be a man. Because real men take pride in making sure their women lack for nothing. That means to be her man, meaning to take care of her regardless if she can take care of herself or not.
Okay, so first off, let me go and cut this thing off. So first off, the nigga started that out hella crazy. He said, hold up. This nigga said, if he's not paying for your hair, your nails, your lashes, first off, all of that shit is materialistic shit that she don't need. I don't give a damn when nobody say this materialistic bullshit that you don't need. Second of all, that's not your husband. This nigga said your man. Now, if it's your husband, sure. It's his duty to make sure that you're well taken care of. But you're talking about, this dude is talking about dating, in the dating stage. And then the crazy part, he contradicts himself all the time. Because he had a debate with Anton Daniels, and both of them agreed that they don't believe in dating. They think that you should marry your best friend. So whoever it is that you end up growing a very close relationship with, and y'all feel like y'all know each other like this, you know what I'm saying? Then you propose to her, y'all become married, and then, you know, then you take on those duties. Under no circumstance, I don't give a damn what this thing is talking about. Under no circumstances is that you're in the dating stages and you're supposed to be paying for all her nails, her lashes, her hair, her bills. This nigga is crazy as hell. So I'm telling y'all, for anybody that may listen to me, the younger dude, do not listen to this nigga. And the women that's honest enough will agree that this is some bullshit. Of course, a lot of women like to just have niggas simp on them, so they're gonna agree with him. They're gonna back this nigga up and swear up and down he's speaking the gospel. But this nigga is saying some bullshit right now. That is not your responsibility. If that's not your wife, that is not your goddamn responsibility to take care of all that bullshit for her. And then on top of that, you can do all of that for her, and she can leave you like that. Now you ain't got nothing. You don't spend all that money and stuff like that on some bullshit. That's not your wife. Don't do that shit. Talking about that's broke energy. That's dusty energy. Well, I'm gonna be a dusty nigga. I'm not doing this. I'm not saying you can't do nothing nice for her and stuff here and there because you choose to, but if she's paying for her own stuff, that makes her an adult. That's what it means. She's a damn adult. But like once you give her that ring and she's yours, then now she's your responsibility. You're not gonna tell me you're supposed to be taking care of all that in the dating stage. Yeah, you say you don't believe in dating. Niggas, so that's and simp ass right.
A lot of you men are with women that have to maintain themselves. And you're still trying to figure out why she still have other men numbers in her phone because you're not qualified.
Now, I can agree with him on that point. I do think some of the times women could cut off a bunch of guys that might be better for them, possible, because they're attached to a nigga that's not real. So you got to be careful with that. I can actually agree with him to a certain extent when it comes to that. But all that other bullshit he was talking about, he on some bullshit.
Your thought process isn't of a man. Your actions isn't of a man. If that's your woman and you call her your woman, it's your responsibility to maintain her from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head. A lot of you men never seen your mothers probably provided for, and you think that's okay. You have to break the cycle because your fathers have blessed you not understanding how to properly love a woman, and a real man loves with actions and not words. Take care of that woman. If not, she's still single. All praise is due to the Most High.
All right. So that it was what Simping Awakening had to say. And I got a whole lot more to say about what this nigga just did. Let me really catch up on some of these comments. Saru little ass still here. I'm ahead about to go putting tang up here. You look like a busted nigga, I know. He needs somebody to take care of that. Oh God, this nigga hairline always messed up. He got all that money, but that nigga hairline be cooked. Richard, bro, you just been in the house most of the week. You drive me crazy, right? Yeah, don't need any superficial stuff. Just meet me at the table financially so we can grow our bank account. See, I'm glad you came in here, D. And I really wanted a woman's perspective on this. But like I say, a lot of the women, if they seen it, because I actually saw the damn comment section to this bullshit. They over there liking it. Tell them, King, these dusty men, this with it, all that dumb. First off, let me go ahead and say this. This nigga is saying if you're not paying for her hair, her nails, and you're not basically financially taking care of everything of the woman, then you're not a real man. First off, do you not understand economics, clown? And I'm sure you do, because there's no way you're making money like that and you don't understand it. In today's society, only 15% of men in this country can do what you're talking about. You can say whatever the hell you want. What you're doing is setting these women up for failure. Because basically you're telling them that if that man is not taking care of all of that, then he's not a real man and you don't need to be with him. So that means they're only qualified to deal with 15% of men. Now you got to take care of the percentage. You got to factor in the percentage that are gay. You got to factor in the percentage that you're just simply not attracted to. And then you got to factor in the percentage that's married. Now you're literally looking for a needle in a haystack. That's what you're looking for. And then most of the women aren't okay with sharing men. So basically you're setting them up for failure. It's not enough men to go around. Even if what you were saying is the truth, it's not enough men that's financially capable of enough to be able to even do that. But he don't give a damn. He's not adding context to it. He's just simping his ass off and just hyping these women up because it's good for his platform. That's what he's been spitting. One thing, like I said this before, Black women are very powerful. They're very powerful. They're very financially capable. Like they're able to make a business go or flop. A lot of them have, if they come together collectively, they have the ability to do that. So when you panhandling to them, when you're pandering to them, when you're just catering to them at all costs like that, it's going to be good for you financially because they're going to attach themselves to you because you're making them feel good. Women works with emotions. So if you constantly, everything you're saying is in favor of what they want to hear, it's going to be good for you as far as getting in good with you. But see, this is the thing. It only works to a certain degree because, like, once you're like niggas like Yada, if he didn't have no money, no one would really take him there because they're gonna look at him as a weak ass nigga. That's the truth. Like I don't want to disrespect the man too much, but you saying some bullshit. And if I had a son, I'm gonna make sure I would tell him, bro, don't ever, under no circumstances, listen to a nigga like that. Because he gonna set you up for failure. He gonna have you losing your damn mind. Do not work your butt out to just try to take care of one. See, that's another thing. When she's your wife, yes, you're supposed to make sure you take care of her and protect her at all costs. Got it. But we are not on this planet to just satisfy women. And a lot of them have that mindset in this new goddamn era of living. They thinking we supposed to support them when it's actually the other way around. Like he's Islam, so he follows the Quran. Even in the Quran, it tells you that she's supposed to support the man, not the other way around. So why in the world are you catering to every little thing with them? It all depends on what you guys agree on. Because what works for you might not work for them. Which song is better, Back Then by Mike Jones or Game Over by Lil Flip? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know Game Over. I think I missed something. Women look at a lot of men that do that climb, do that as climb. Right. Be your real. A lot of women agreeing most likely single mothers with 2 baby fathers. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because it's favorable to what they want to hear. Like he's basically the same as a lot of these pastors. A lot of these pastors be capping, bro. But they're gonna tell you what you want to hear because they know it's profitable for them. The Dr. Umars of the world, this nigga Yada of the world, they're gonna tell you what you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. And I think it's much better to tell these people the truth so that they can know what it is and you're not setting them up for failure. It's way too many women on this planet, way too many women in this country. They can't all have that type of man, bro. Like stop spreading that bullshit. Women, attach yourself to the best man that actually care about you, that he's financially capable and stuff like that. And y'all both have an agreement on what it is y'all goals are. And whatever y'all collectively, the mindset of you two coming together to do. Don't listen to this bullshit ass nigga. He gonna have your ass single for the rest of your life because it's not enough men to go around. He belongs on Pop the Balloon. And he would probably still get tagged. Well, he's married. And the crazy part is, this nigga, I think if I'm not mistaken, he married the same woman that he said he had some crazy situation. Like this nigga, I don't know. But yeah, this nigga is a true clown. I don't care what nobody says. Can't nobody convince me that he's not. That nigga's a true clown. All right, though. On to the last topic here. And the last topic that we have for today is coming straight out of Memphis, your boy Young Dolph. For those of y'all that's not aware, the Young Dolph trial is currently going on. And we got some very explosive information as of yesterday. The 2 men that were the alleged murderers of Young Dolph basically was in court. And one of them was singing like a bird and basically went on his tell-it-all rant. And the nigga basically told it all. He gave up the dude that basically set them up to be in position, to take out young Dolph. The guy who put them in position, he actually told it all too, and basically said that the hire basically was $100,000 put on young Dolph's head. That the hire was coming from upstairs from your boy Yo Gotti. That's what was said in court. I mean, if you're from Memphis, you kind of already knew that shit. Like, we kind of already knew. But, now it's getting out to the public eye. So, Leo, what's up, girl? Yeah, you missed majority of it. We on the last topic. But, like I said, if you from Memphis, you kind of already knew. Like, when I first got the news about the death of young Dolph, I was in LA. Actually, I think I was in bed when I seen that shit. I'm like, damn. Then, immediately I looked into, my contacts and stuff like that, people that's in Memphis that I know. Kind of got the, spin of what basically was going on. And it's really sad what these YNs did to this man. And then on top of that, they didn't even get paid. That's the craziest part. They didn't even get the money that was promised. They didn't even get the, the money that was promised to them for it. So you ain't got to be from Memphis to know that. Well, a lot of people didn't know it. And then, like, what I'm saying is full details of it. I mean, a lot of people kind of, thought that Yo Gotti may have had something to do with it. But don't play with me. Play with you. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the video of that. Of a guy that's basically going to be, he's showing a piece of the trial. And basically, the guy Cornelius that's going to be singing like a bird, telling basically everything that went down. I find. We got a lot of goddamn fab. Okay.
So y'all, stop it here.
Excuse me.
We're gonna back up. I wanted to, back up a little bit. All right. First guy out of the car. Who's that?
It's me.
That's you. Which one of the guns do you have?
Hey,
I got blue Draco today at the moment.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon. Is that right? You ever shot that thing before?
I know.
Okay. You can proceed, Irish.
Somebody asked me, somebody said, you ever shot that thing before? Bro, like, nah, I ain't never shot it. Because basically the dude, Hernandez, was the one who gave them the murder weapon. So basically, the guns that they were using, he gave them the weapon. So he, the assault rifle that he had, he never shot one.
That's your gap, buddy, is that right? That's you who you're shooting at? All right, now back it up again, Miss Iris.
Also, shout out to young Dolph brother. That man came through spraying at them little YNs. Apparently, both of them got hit right here too. I mean, it's crazy that, you know, the people at the cookie shop kind of seen the situation about to go down before it even happened, and they didn't even alert the man. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are alluding to that maybe they was possibly in on it. I don't know exactly how I feel about it. It could have been just, you know, they was in shock and just, you know, froze. Or, I mean, they could have had something to do with it too.
Back it up for Justin getting out of the car. All right, who's the second person here that got out of the driver's side?
It's just
He's got the smaller handgun, is that right?
yeah.
And it's like Young Dolph said in this song, bro. Everybody's screaming gang, gang, gang. When the police come, he gonna snitch on the whole gang. That's exactly what this nigga is doing right there. Snitching on the whole gang.
Bad baseball, hey, bad pro baseball.
You're firing this crazy thing. What you see? What are you feeling?
I want to feel nothing at the time. I ain't gonna get laid. I want to feel nothing at the time. I was just, you know, trying to get some money.
Trying to get some money? Bet you probably would have wasted on Oxycontin and ecstasy.
Damn.
You shot that gun a bunch?
Right in there?
Right then, yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I shot out.
Aiming for Dolph.
So I ain't know.
Was he able to say anything to y'all, or was he able to run or get away at all?
I shot through glass, so I wasn't close up on him. I was shooting through glass.
Okay.
I saw him standing by the window. I just got out and started shooting.
All right. So proceed till Justin shoots. There with the handgun. Who's that?
Just
All right. You proceed. All right, you stop right here. It's Dolph's brother, Marcus. Did you know that he shot back at y'all?
I ain't noticed until we pulled out. There was a bullet hole in my side window. And go, I told Jesse, man, I'm hit. He was like, I'm hit too. So I see I'm hit right here on my leg. And I see a bullet hole in my sweater. So we driving out, he was saying he was hit. I'm talking to him, making sure we on Rick, making sure he's straight. I'm like, you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm straight. The bullet had went in my arm. It was a bullet in my back.
I'm gonna back up. You and Joe.
Okay, so it ain't that much of it left, but you know, I ain't want to get into too much of it. But y'all get what's going on. The man snitching his ass off. He ratting, he telling on the whole gang. Oh boy. I mean, it's sad because this nigga Young Dolph was a person that was doing a whole lot for the community and stuff like that. But one of the things Young Dolph failed at, RIP to the brother. You see that car that he got. He made himself like, you know, you got enemies and stuff like that on there. He made himself kind of a target, and he kind of should have had a little bit more security over there than what he had. Like, you know, that type of car, like everybody knew that was Dolph's car. So that was a clear indication, okay, Dolph. You feel me? So it's kind of similar to the same thing that happened to that dude, what's his name? PB, what's his name? He got killed up in he got unalived in Los Angeles at Roscoe. PB Rockers, whatever his name was. Same thing that pretty much happened to him. You know, then too flashy, and then his girl leaked their location. And that's how they knew what it was going to be. But basically, these little YNs done lost their life, basically, doing something stupid. And then how it's getting back to Yo Gotti is pretty much the fact that they didn't pay the dude. Because I mean, now that's part of the reason why probably these niggas don't care at all about snitching, because like we didn't get paid for it anyway, so why would I be loyal to it? But who knows, they may would have snitched anyway. I don't know. It ain't looking good for your boy Gotti, boy, because more than likely all that the dude just gave them, it's a very high possibility the Fed's probably getting ready to issue a warrant out for his arrest. Because they basically got enough evidence. The dude just gave it all. Then on top of that, the front runner, Hernandez, he got his name out there. And it's crazy, when he showed up to court, he showed up with a black eye. Looked like somebody been whooping his ass already or tried to make an attempt on his life. I don't know if it was some of, you know, and all of this is alleged, but it could have been some of, you know, these people trying to, you know, rough them up, let them know, nigga, you cannot say nothing. It look like to me, yeah, thank you, Talia, PNB Rock. That's what I was talking about. But yeah, it's crazy. I remember when I was there. Man, it's crazy, bro. I remember a lot of these rappers, bro, getting taken up out there. I remember when PNB Rock got taken out, I was actually at the basketball. It was crazy. They had it on the news, like showing his body laying out dead, and it was. And the craziest part, it was dudes out there laughing at it. And I don't know, I kind of lost it on the nigga. I was like, bro, why the hell are you laughing, bro? This shit is not funny. A nigga has lost his life, bro. What the hell are you talking about? Well, he should have been moving like that, talking all that shit. Bro, you don't even know the man. So why are you, even if he was talking to you, you don't know the man. And then now though, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Nipsey Hussle situation is crazy. You in Cali, so you know if you still up in here. I felt like the whole city breath was taken out of them. Like at least South LA for sure. The whole city of South LA, it's like a hole was missing in the city when that went down. Like that was crazy. And pretty much like it's kind of the same thing with Dolph and Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? They both was pillars to their community. You know, they gave back. But you know, they were out in the open and stuff like that. People, when they want money, all you gotta do is hire a YN that's crazy enough to do it. PNB wasn't killed because his girl posted location. He was being watched in the parking lot. Dude went, got his son. I mean, I don't know. That's what I heard with that. I'm not 100% on that. Anyway, PNB Rock actually got killed on my 29th birthday. Really? He said, yeah, you must not like it. What's up, Buggers? I didn't see where you came in. He said, don't tell me y'all believe in science. Hey, and see, that's another thing. This is way off topic right here. That's another thing that piggybacking off the Yachty Awakening topic. See, that's another thing. Outside of it not being enough men that's financially capable to do some of the stuff that he's talking about, you got the ones that won't date a nigga because of the signs, that zodiac sign. That shit's crazy. So now the percentage of men is even lower. And let's not even talk about the women that wants to do this at least 6 feet. You basically looking for Jesus to come back right after that. This is Dr. Tickle. You cool. Anyways, RIP to our brother, young Dolph. I really hope he does get the justice that he deserves. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be still closely following this story to see, especially if they end up pulling in Gotti, which would be crazy. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Man, Gotti, hopefully you ain't got nothing involved with it, but let's be real. I think we know Big Joke had something to do with it. It definitely seemed like it. But on top of that, here's more alleged news that's crazy that's been hitting these streets. Some of the people believe that this is alleged. This is not coming from my mouth. That some people believe that some of the CMG count may have put Jook out to take the fall to keep him from possibly being able to give up information that, Gotti was behind or had any kind of attachment. That's the case, boy. You're a new level type of. All right, you take your own brother. She don't like Pisces. What are you to live? Since y'all talking about zodiac. Y'all need to believe in Santa Claus too. Related, but I entered my baby in a cute baby contest. Go for you gonna have to send us the information. I'll vote for it, and it ain't gonna hurt me. I don't know how you would send it to my IG. My tag right here. You send it to my IG, I'll do it. Yeah, it got to get caught up in there. Yes, but the whole label could. I'm gonna say this for our girl Glow, for Money Bag and all of them. They all attached to that label. Might be want to look for a better another route if it's starting to look like it's getting too close to home. Angela Simmons broke up with Gotti because her BD got caught up too. Saying her baby dad got caught up with what? Right, who is her baby dad too? I don't know. I mean, her believing in science, it's excusable. Definitely more of a woman belief. I see, nigga. Yesterday was funny. Nigga. Hey, D, you and Dale, y'all missed a funny ass laugh tonight. That shit was funny. I used to he's a regular dude that got killed. So hold on. So are you saying that you think Angela Simmons broke up with Gotti because she thinks he may have some kind of attachment to this young Dolph situation? You know these girls love these street niggas. But yeah, Talia, make sure if you want me to do the voting stuff, send it. Go ahead and send it out to me. I'll do it. For my people that's close like that, if y'all have any stuff like that, I'll even put it in put it on the banner during one of the lives, stuff like that, for people that's interested, and they can go straight to what it is. We all can help each other like that. But I'm about to get ready to end this live. So if we got any last, comments, remarks, questions that we want to add to it, go ahead and get them out now. You said don't start till the 15th, but you definitely gonna have to give me a reminder. Make sure you remind me. Hey, good luck to you. I hope she do. Yeah, that is literally like a month. But anyways, though, we're going to go ahead and hold up here. Go ahead and cut this out. And get ready to get the rest of my day started. We will be having another after hours later on, same time, 11 o'clock Central Time today. So, much love to everybody that stopped through. I appreciate it. See y'all, at least probably most of y'all, later on tonight. Yes, sir, Buckets. We on again tonight. I'm going to catch y'all later on.